Every time a civilization reaches the pinnacle of its decadence, we return to restore the balance.
A good story needs a proper villain. Now their role to outrage us, to make us root for the heroes, to cheer when good beats evil and all is well in the world again. There are times when a villain makes a speech that makes us look around and then think, you know what, they're not wrong, they kind of have a point. Let's look at villain speeches that will, no doubt, change your worldview.
I get it.
Tonight's the night.
Dexter Morgan, our favorite serial killer, follows a personal code taught to him by his adopted father.
Never underestimate the capacity of other people to let you down.
It's not the time, Dad.
Now, he kills only those who deserve it, and at least tries to avoid innocence with various success.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Now, it's a way to satisfy the urges and feed his dark passenger, but at the same time to help society.
People fake a lot of human interactions, but I feel like I fake them all, and I fake them very well.
I mean, you know, if it works, now who am I to argue? He's not a villain in a classic sense, and I feel like in later seasons he was made into a more of a hero than anti-hero.
It's obviously self-defense.
But redeemed in Dexter New Blood.
What is the problem?
Yeah, I kind of have a thing about blood.
I'm excited about the original sin, which will be a prequel to the series. I don't know how Dexter Resurrection will work.
I just ordered a slice of pumpkin pie.
The Riddler in Reeves' 2022, The Batman, is psychotic. But when we listen to him, he's kind of justified.
It's time for the lies to finally end. False promises of renewal.
Growing up as a foster child, the Riddler witnessed Gotham's corruption and the misuse of welfare programs by politicians and wealthy elites. He wants to clean up the city, and he sees himself not too different from Batman. Now the methods, yeah, were a bit violent, but the motives, noble.
I'm not asking you to forgive me.
We see Sandman in Spider-Man 3 as a complex, misunderstood character rather than a straightforward villain. He was desperate and wanted to help his sick daughter.
My daughter was dying. I needed money.
But unfortunately turned to crime to do so. He seeks redemption and forgiveness from Peter Parker. And you know, it makes me feel for him.
I forgive you.
You must be Peter.
Vulture from Homecoming, he doesn't have a master plan.
Business is good.
He's just a guy who got screwed over and had enough. Now he makes a point. Why is he so different from Tony Stark?
How do you think your buddy Stark paid for that tower? Or any of his little toys?
They pretty much do the same business, but because Stark is rich, he can get away with it.
Those people, Pete, those people up there, the rich and the powerful, they do whatever they want. Guys like us, like you and me, they don't care about us.
The winner takes it all.
On the surface, Chuck, Jimmy's brother, is an asshole for sabotaging his little bro's career. It's easy to hate him.
I know what you were, what you are. People don't change. You're slipping Jimmy.
But he makes a valid point here. Jimmy is a conman who would use the law for selfish gain, which he did.
I mean, they'll smile at you, they'll pat you on the head, but they are never, ever letting you in.
I have to side with Chuck here, and I'm not just saying this because I'm the oldest in my family. Everyone knows it. Older brothers are always right.
Everyone has their preordained position.
Wilford from 2013 Snowpiercer is a genius inventor and founder of Wilford Industries. Now he runs Snowpiercer train which carries the last remnants of humanity over the globe. He enforced a rigid social hierarchy, a class-based system that no one could break.
And this train is a closed ecosystem. We must always strive for balance. The air, water, food supply, the population must always be kept in balance.
Now he was brutal, remorseless, a maniac, one could say, because at the same time there was a reason for his madness.
We don't have time for true natural selection. We would all be hideously overcrowded and starve waiting for that.
Wilford, he was aware of scarce resources and limited space.
The next best solution is to have individual units kill off other individual units.
To ensure the survival of humanity, he had to make hard decisions.
The front and the tail are supposed to work together. He was more than a partner, really. He was my friend.
I thought we'd agreed never to lie to each other.
President Snow, played by Donald Sutherland in the Hunger Games, is a ruthless dictator. But as he explains to us, he wouldn't make a decision on a whim. He's not a wasteful man.
Hope, it is the only thing stronger than fear. A little hope is effective. A lot of hope is dangerous. Spark is fine, as long as it's contained.
Panem, the world of Hunger Games, is a delicate balance, and President Snow, he knew how to keep it steady to prevent the chaos.
What is to prevent, say, an uprising that can lead to revolution? And then in a fraction of time, the whole system collapses.
It meant taking quite unpopular stands from time to time.
You should imagine thousands upon thousands of your people dead.
Mr. Anderson.
It's quite a feat to compare us, humans, to a virus.
There is another organism on this planet that follows the same pattern. Do you know what it is? A virus.
A plague. And at the same time, kinda makes sense. They tried building an utopia, a perfect place we could exist in harmony. It doesn't work. We can't do it.
You move to an area and you multiply. And multiply until every natural resource is consumed.
It's a depressive thought that I want to argue against, but it's hard to find a counter-argument to Agent Smith's speech.
Did you know that the first Matrix was designed to be a perfect human world where none suffered, where everyone would be happy? It was a disaster.
I'm not a comic book villain.
Ozymandias' goal was noble, to achieve world peace.
Humanity's savage nature will inevitably lead to global annihilation. So in order to save this planet, I had to trick it.
It comes at a cost. And I probably wouldn't be too happy if I was to reside in one of the annihilated cities. He needed to create a common enemy, a common villain.
Grow up. My new world demands less obvious heroism.
Yes, many died.
Killing millions.
To save billions.
But viewing the plan from the sidelines, from a distance, it's a reasonable trade-off.
Let's just say I'm Frankenstein's monster.
Magneto is one of the most morally grey characters out there. Was he born evil? No. The circumstance made him this way. Now he stands up for cast-outs, sidelined and forgotten.
To my mutant brothers and sisters out there, I say this: no more hiding, no more suffering.
His actions come from an altruistic place, the desire to protect those like him.
Humanity has always feared that which is different. Well, I'm here to tell you, to tell the world.
You're right to fear us.
Last but not least,
You could not live with your own failure.
portrayed by Josh Brolin, was the ultimate villain of the Marvel Cinematic Universe Infinity Saga. The Mad Titan stopped at nothing to collect all 6 Infinity Stones. Why? Balance.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
He was ruthless and brutal, but his aim was to save the universe, end overpopulation, and protect the various worlds.
Your planet was on the brink of collapse. I'm the one who stopped that.
I mean, okay, saving one world, yeah, that's fantastic, it's great. Saving the universe, the method may be mad, but you know what? I get it.
They called me a madman.
The best movies and the best stories show us that the world is not black and white.
Closer.
And villains, as long as they're not cartoony, they never think they're the bad guys, they think they're the real heroes. But because of their methods, they can be unpopular. When they are well written and well played, they have a chance to recruit us for the other camp. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?